I struggle to be free. Sticks and stone can break my bone. So let me in. I wanna see my friend. No matter how well you try, you can stop me now. No, 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 no.
Yes, welcome, welcome, one and all. Welcome, one and all. Let's start. Let's start with a message from one of our members of the group here on the Black Father Support Group. So, right, Brother D.
Middle class. It's impossible for it to exist in this
Yes,
country. We have
I
those who
saw them at
aspire
treat
to
we.
be middle class.
Look what's going to happen
I
now.
would say that they have
There's
been
going to be a
almost
certain people who's
totally,
going to feel say that them better
99%
than better.
negligent in their response
Welcome to the Black Father Support
to the
Group show
struggles of
here
the
on the
masses of
Galaxy
black
for
people in this
we.net.
country, and that they have, in many instances, in fact, hindered that struggle by moderating the genuine and legitimate radicalism of the masses.
White-collar Negroes today sometimes find themselves under attack from within their own ranks. Last summer's Evening of Elegance was harshly criticized in some quarters, particularly since it took place only 2 nights after the Newark riots. Observers sensed an uneasiness on the part of some guests. Basil Thomas, organizer of the affair, gives his own assessment.
This is completely socialism. It's not a part of any civil rights organization. We don't propose to. We don't have speeches politically, civil rights, or any other type of controversies.
And yet, in your way, you do make a contribution in that.
Completely in sympathy with it. Completely in sympathy with it. But I certainly would not like it to disrupt the beauty of the Evening of Elegance. We have so many charming and responsible ladies and gentlemen here tonight, and I thought certainly that I could not expect the public to come to an affair and pay unless it were done for one or another worthy cause. And I might say that I'm delighted that the Urban League of Greater New York has permitted me to use their fabulous name. We choose a certain organization or a certain charity each year, and after it has been chosen, we work like the Dickens to try to bring in some sort of support. But the evening itself is so lavishly done, there's so much money put into the promotion of the Evening of Elegance that there isn't too much going to the particular charity that has been chosen.
Sounds familiar. Sounds familiar.
Though other ethnic groups also have their class structures, sensitive Negroes find themselves caught in an awkward dilemma between desires to exercise usual middle-class behavior on the one hand and ever-present reminders of their less fortunate brothers on the other. The soul-searching goes on.
I guess it's clear to see now that the Negro who is truly struggling looks askance at us. They are the upper middle class or the middle class. They don't understand our problems. We don't need them. They're of a dying era. The Roy Wilkins and the Whitney Youngs and the Philip Randolph, possibly. We don't understand, and they don't understand it. I don't know where it's going to lead to. For instance, myself. I'm born and reared in New York, always having been in a kind of a middle class structure. Never suffered too terribly. Went to integrated schools, got an education in the New York school system, a college education. At 17, I dated white girls. There was some displeasure at it, but I did it, and I had no guilt about it. For some reason or the other, I never associated myself with the welfare recipient, the unemployed person. And now I realize that these are my people, that I should be able to do something for them or with them. But yet I haven't. So that, I think, is where the guilt comes in. I have empathy for my people, but yet in my middle class value, I still kind of think of them as those people. And I'm aware of it, and I think a lot of people in my particular class, if you will, is aware of it, but we're reluctant. We are just imbued with this white middle class value where we think white. So I take the position that these people have been denied, and I continue to say these people. Notice that. I continue to say these people, and like I'm not one of them, when in fact I am one of them.
Every nation sit on every tongue confess, and say that everything got a bound. I'm gonna tell you what every tongue gonna chat it. Words on every tongue gonna chat it. Yeah, you know. I said there be no escape for what the wicked old man, as I will say. Bound no dealer, see the whip them down. I saw me see, I see the whip them down. Bound and every knee gotta fall. And every tongue gotta pay. Say, Tommy said, time gotta tell. All everything gotta burn. Bound, the tongue gotta touch it, Lord. Bound, so me said it's a black man redemption.
Fulton County, Georgia.
I saw me say that this a repatriation. I see that this a black man redemption. Every knee gonna bow, y'all. Every tongue must tell. Send, every knee gotta bow, and every tongue gotta tell it. Our ace is to mellow, make you walk it down the way, cause they don't see something. Every knee gotta bow, y'all. Every time I tell you this a Iowa. See the black man redemption. Yeah. Repatriation. And every knee gonna bow. See no, so is it. I saw me say, how you mean? See right on now. I saw me say, I move on there. There will be no escape from other wicked men. Don't see no wicked people. And so don't see, I know wicked people. And every tongue was a shade. And make them knee gonna bow right now, yeah. See the right, I know, yeah. Hey, and every knee gonna bow. Supposed to bow, y'all. Right now, you know. And I say, we gonna make no fuss. Every knee gonna bow, and every tongue gonna tell you right to right, y'all. I saw me say the right, y'all. See, this a Iowa. See me see, and this a Iowa. Bow, see the right, yeah, you know.
Same place where Donald Trump is about to get indicted. Fulton County, Georgia has approved a study of reparations bill. Trump in trouble. Let's put it up for a mass. Commissioners for the Central County of Atlanta voted, and this is Fulton County, to approve in a 4-2 vote a study that will examine the social, economical, and political treatment of the county's black residents over the last 3 centuries, as well as the potential for reparations to their descendants. It's over the last 3 centuries, as well as the potential for reparations to their descendants. It is now passed. Let me give you background on the study. Fulton County is following suit with other cities, counties, and states across the nation that are commissioning reparation studies to evaluate the effects of slavery. The task force serves as an advisory board to the county and has been commissioned with assessing objectives and policies in the form of reparations that will support the revitalization and stabilization of the county's black population. The $210,000 that's being spent on this newly approved study comes out of the renewed $250,000 budget the group was allocated earlier this year to continue working on those recommendations. So obviously you have some that oppose it. Bridget Thorne of District 1 opposes it. One of the white commissioners who voted against the measure vocalized her opposition of the study. She called it unwise and divisive, adding that the money could be spent on more immediate needs, like overturning elections. I added that part. She didn't say that. She said it on the inside. Thorne continues to say This is coming out of taxpayer dollars. This $210,000 is coming out of taxpayer dollars. Whatever reparations, whatever they decide, whatever they find, they are going to make the taxpayers pay for it. And we don't have money for a jail. We don't have money for a hospital. That's what we need to be focusing on, fam. You know, if black people were whole, you would have less folk inside of jails because 88% of crime is committed out of lack. You can look it up. There's more. Thorne also noted that the county's reparation task force, which was formed in 2021, is only researching data up until the end of the urban renewal in 1980 and purposely negating the county's numerous costly initiatives that helped marginalized communities since that decade. To me, that's a moot point. Commissioner Abdur Rahman went on the defense against Thorne's viewpoint, stressing that the point of the study is to first determine whether reparations are necessary, and also stating that this expenditure accounts for a small fraction of the budget, which is true. The commissioner says that, and I quote, the purpose of the reparations task force is to evaluate if reparations are warranted. If they are warranted, in what form? Should it be educational? Should it be financial? What should they be? She told Fox 5. To me, if you walked in the shoes of my ancestors and others who are of color, your perspective would not be that. And I just want to give a big shout out to that commissioner, to Commissioner Marvin Arrington Jr., who, by the way, has been on the show before, who is in support of this bill, was a catalyst to make sure this actual commission remained in play. A lot of work had to be done to do this politically. A lot of work had to be done in advocacy. So big ups to everyone involved. Marcus Coleman, my friend and homie, who's involved in this as well. We appreciate your continued fight. All right, we will bring you updates, but damn, Jackson, they're mad about even looking into it. You have to, right. I mean, help me understand this. We can't look into it.
No, we can't look into it because then we might do it. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. We can't make that progress. We can't walk. We can't crawl first. You know what I mean? But first of all, I think the biggest thing that stood out to me, among other stuff, was her pretending to be concerned with like fixing hospitals and jails, and like you don't care about those issues. You don't care about solving poverty. You don't care about that at all. And if you did, then you wouldn't mind this study. But again, this is important because, on a broad scale, reparations aren't popular with the country at large. And a lot of it is because, and by that I mean like it's not over 50%. It's not like in the 60%. And a lot of that is because people kind of see it as like impossible or ridiculous, or like it's just a bunch of money for no reason. So we kind of got to show that, no, this really works. This actually does work.
That's right.
So we need a lot more of this.
Yep. America loves reparations, just not reparations for descendants of slaves. We've given reparations to the Native American, not to the tune they deserve. We've given reparations to the Japanese, once again, not to the destruction we caused. But reparations is a thing that the American government obviously supports.
Well done. Well done. Well
One
done.
program
Well
that I
done.
rely
Well
on
done.
fully for my business is
you off. Well done. Well done. Well done. It's bringing it into the public eye. And now is a time when the world is actually moving. It is shuddering. It is shuddering. It is shuddering. It is actually making it known that these things have happened. But it's not like they don't know, because they've written historical evidence themselves on how they have treated us already. I try to avoid using other references outside of our own remit, i.e. the UK. Right? I try to avoid, but at times when you see things are happening in other places, I will bring it into the discussion and into the forum of which we are here to discuss things like this. As you know, this month's theme is leading up to our First of Mosiah, all aspects of those was associated with that. Our programs us. Our programs are designed to de-brainwash, to ensure that you are balanced in yourself, ready to go ahead and take up your defense of those who have gone before, those who are with us. Right? How many of us have applied? How many of you applied to go for your compensation? How many of you applied? I would hope that everyone who's listening here has put their form and their case forward. I would hope that everybody has, right? Because it'd be a very sad day if only a small segment of us are actually compensated in some form, and then the rest of the masses are just standing there with their fingers up their nose. Huh? Come on now. This is your time. Come on now. This is what you need to be doing. Your parents, your families have given their lives for us to be here. And they have suffered the injustices over the years that they have been here. In other words, they have put themselves into a form of indentured slavery. Because of what? Because they were denied the opportunities to actually thrive to the maximum of their abilities. They were denied the fact that they were able to thrive in their own right, their own understanding. We as the Black Father Support Group have open discussions on a regular basis. We meet down there in St. Andrews Community Center, right, on Tuesdays from 8 to 10 p.m. Right, we meet down there. Yeah. So if you wish to join us, please do. And remember, whatever is said there stays there. Right? There's a total 100% discretion that is exhibited there. Right? So therefore, you should feel free that you can come with any issues that you have. Any issues. Sometimes it's just good to just be sitting amongst men who are in discussion of the issues that we are facing. I'm going to come into that in the second half of the program this afternoon. Or this evening, sorry, this evening here on the Black Father Support Group show. If you have any burning questions or issues that you wish to share with us even now, right, you're more than welcome to call in on 0203-289-6504. I'll give you that number again, 0203-289-6504. You might be in the first time in the listening to us on the Galaxy for we.net. Right, so you know that we are here every Wednesday evening from 8 to 10. I know it's only a short period, that's a 2-hour slot, but our lines of communication are open all the time. So you could even go to our website, which is on bfsg.org.uk. All right, so that's bfsg.org.uk, and you can get in contact with us through various forms again, right, directly. You know, and there's always somebody there who's willing to have a conversation with you, and who's always willing there to support you in whatever way you feel that you need that support, right? And then we have also the text line to come straight into the studio here this evening, right? Text or WhatsApp message services that you use of 079 47479 219. That is 079 47479 219. Here on the Black Father Support Group Show, we are here to have a conversation with you. So, in many ways, I'm talking to in the reparations. I'm talking towards the reparations and the process that we need to put in place so that we are preparing ourselves for our reparations. Even when we analyze what it needs to be done, when we take a good look at ourselves personally and say, what is it that I need to do? What is it that I can do? You'll find that there are going to be things that will come up that you will say, okay, maybe I should be taking actions. I should be taking action. When we look at all of the things that we have, what we feel that we have failed in over our time, is it because of our actual abilities? I think not. I think not. Is it because of the lack of resources? Or has there been a contributory factor that has prevented us from actually stepping forward in our lives? Some of us are doing reasonably well. Some of us could do extremely well. But the factors have not been in their favor. And this is the reason why we are seeking and we are always looking at the reparations, reparatory justice. If you go onto the website for Stop the Margamizi, right? Or let's do the what's it? Reparations March. You will see an outline of the issues that has been highlighted over the years that we have been asking for signing of the petitions, right? My assumption is that all those who are in the listening have done, right? That you have all done, and you've passed the information on to others so that they too can actually sign the petition as well, right? So that we can bring it to discussion on the floor of the parliaments, just like the clip that I was showing you before. Just like the clip I was showing you previously. Sharing with you previously that we have those it is being brought to the floor for the investigation and discussion. It goes through processes. This is how the law of this land actually operates. But that does not dismiss the fact that we are in a position to actually put things in place so that we can start our reparatory justice before they even say, okay, we realize that we were wrong. We realize that there are things that we have to change. We're going to change it for them. We're going to change the things for them. We're going to show them how life should be, by taking steps of progress for ourselves. If we don't take these certain steps of progress for ourselves, then we will never be in a position to say to them, we are the ones who need the reparations and the repair of a lifetime of subjugation. A lifetime of subjugation. How can, you know, even when we look at things, we have depictions of things that we say, oh, but that was over 100 years ago. Oh, that was 200 years ago. You know, people don't live like that now. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. All the same atrocities that you saw from years ago is exactly what is going on today. All of them. All of the atrocities that you saw years ago that were done to people of African descendancy is done today. They used to throw people, our families, they used to throw them off the ships because they said that if we don't do that, we haven't got enough food or water to take people all the way to where we're going. So therefore, let's throw a portion of the people overboard, right, into the sea where they would drown, and then we can claim them as an insurance death. We can claim them. Yeah. This is the type of thing that they would do. And even today now, we know that there are those who are taking that dangerous trip, a severely dangerous trip to come over on the seas, to go to the Europes, go to the Americas, and yet they are subject to the same type of behavior. In other words, they would take those boats and they would drag them back out into the middle of the ocean, knowing that those vessels are not seaworthy, or that they've been overloaded with passengers, right, to such an extent that the boats will drown. Yeah, that's the type of thing that they would do. That is literally the type of thing that has been done to them. And even as they do those things to them, they will people have stood there, filmed them, and just watched them without even giving a helping hand or assistance in any way to ensure that they would be able to save their lives. So they just let them drown. In my opinion, that's no different than them throwing those slaves at the time overboard. Throwing them overboard. You see what happens? You see what can happen? That these I can't think of a word that is going to be appropriate to speak right now. But anyhow, those animals have treated us in this way all the time, and they feel now that they are brave enough to just stand there barefaced and allow these things to happen, and they still are doing exactly the same. In fact, they will deny it. In fact, they will say, yes, they're right to do it, and they're doing that straight in your face, and there has been nothing said. Nothing said. Nothing is being done. We are supposed to take action. This is the time to take action. So if you see that it's fit for you to accept that type of behavior, to accept those type of decisions, then what are you going to do? What are you going to do about it? You're going to do absolutely what? Nothing? Or are you going to do everything? Are you going to put yourself in a position so that you can do something about it? Are you going to be taking action so that whenever you do take action, there's a significant change in your results. I'm not even care about their results or the effect it's going to have on them. It's what is going to happen to you directly. Do not be doing things to think, oh, this is going to hurt them. No. Step up for your betterment. These things are for you. Ethically, we are supposed to take in actions. Let's talk about that a little bit. If you want to call in and you want to talk on into the actions that you feel that we should be taking, 0203-289-6504. And also on the Skype line, you can call in, right? On official Galaxy for We Radio, right? Official Galaxy for We Radio. If you want to come on the Skype line as well, that's one way you can come in. So we got many ways of how you can join in this conversation this evening, right? You could even send a text message on 079-47-479-219. That is 079-47-479-219. We're here as a Galaxy family on the Black Father Support Group show. All right, let me just have a little break here, and I'll come back to you. Right as we do this. Come up. Wow.
I sit on the mountain top, ooh yeah, and watch your Babylon falling. I sit on the mountain top, I said, and watch your Babylon falling. Every move Babylon make is a wrong move, I say. That's why Babylon falling. No discipline in Babylon ministry. That's why Babylon falling. Those in the city, you must leave very quick, because the city is falling. Those in the country, you must never go to the city, because things are falling. So leave Babylon and come, because that's the man calling. I said to leave Babylon and come to the ear. That's the man calling. A handful of corn we provide on the hillside for all that Jews and wants. So protect yourself. Redemption come one day. Leave Babylon and come. I I said the Babylon falling. Leave Babylon, leave Babylon, no. Babylon falling. Oh yeah.
You're in tune to the Black Father Support Group show here on the galaxyfwe.net. We're waiting and waiting for you now.
And watch your Babylon falling. Every move Babylon make is a wrong move, I say. That's why Babylon falling. No discipline in Babylon ministries. That's why Babylon falling. Leave Babylon and home. Don't you see? Babylon falling. Leave Babylon and home. Don't you hear? Rastaman calling. A handful of corn will be there on the hillside for all that children want. I said a handful of corn will be there on the hillside for all that righteous want. I sit up on the mountain top, oh yeah, and watch your Babylon falling. Watch your Babylon falling. Leave Babylon at home. I said the Babylon falling. Leave Babylon at home. Because Babylon falling. Not in the city, you must leave the city. Because the city is not. Dumb black, more break hot. Real dumb black, more black shot. Real dumb black, more break hot. You can find us in the street marching. The smell of war, but what's the reason started? Beef over some dark barking. He ain't gonna bite you walking, notice us. Divide us from snakes that ate a trusted front. Soon come revolution, make me champion. Find a motivated urge to spike thirst, corrosion on earth. I dedicate this to the rebirth, cause time can't be reversed. I pray and bend my knees to my turf. A cry of freedom heard. The pole blast the arms with blood, money from the jail. Smell it from a mile away. Arms and run away. Live to fight another day. Smell it from a mile away. Press the arms and run away. Practice with the gold away. We live to fight another day. It's them against us, so conscious we must be. Beware of crooked eyes, them not really love we. Some are plot we bust we, hush we. Judge a youth rebel, so much ignorance amongst we. Us against them, try fool we. Build on road, Babylon's full of cruelty. Crooked system, try school we. Realize these politics, cause evil's out to fool we. Smell it from a mile away. Bless the arms and run away. Badness took the gold away. We live to fight another day. Smell it from a mile away. Bless the arms and run away. Badness took the gold away. We live to fight another day. Yelling and sabotage, causing economical wars. Politics created murder, they camouflage the source. This was written. The Bible warned, we witness how the world is storm. Tomorrow we just might be gone. God warns, facing his creation, falling the devil's face, swallowing with a smile, calling us out. He's gifted with the benefit of doubt, revealed prophecy. Y'all are supporting hypocrisy, possibly captured by false pretense, systematic monopoly. Smell it from a mile away. Bless the arms and run away. Badness took the gold away. That's why we live to fight another day. Smell it from a mile away. Bless the arms and run away. Our badness took the gold away. That's why we live to fight another day. Smell it from a mile away. Bless the arms and run away. Badness took the gold away. We live to fight another day. Smell it from a mile away. Bless the arms and run away. Badness took the gold away. That's why we live to fight another day.
Truth. There you go. There you go. I'm going to stop it right there. Why not stop it on a toy? Well, we regard it as a toy, don't we? But it's the same principles they use with a lot of these weapons that they are using against us as well. So, anyhow, the reason why I played that clip is because we are still at the innovations of a lot of our necessities for our life. We are the inventors. We are the ones who come with some brilliant ideas, and we need to know how to patent our ideas, get our investment, make our investment. Why don't we invest in our new inventions? You know, things like this is what we need to do. We need to come together and develop our own inventions to the extent of marketing, selling, and reaping our own benefits that is going to be directly to us in preference to these massive, large businesses out there who are just taking the majority of the profits for themselves so that they can live a lavish life. We need to be turning the table on them now. We need to turn the table on them. That's the reason why I played that. Those are only a few of the things that we have been the instigators of. And remember, there's a lot of the patent inventions had been stolen by the owners of businesses where they possibly were developed within, but the main inventors were either they were working with or for, and they obviously took that that they took away that how can you put it? Took away the invention and patented it for themselves, right? So therefore, they were the ones that reaped the notoriety of the invention. You know, even to change the color on something, they could say, you know, it's my invention, it's me. I was the one who developed this. Yeah. So, you know, when you have these type of things, when you have these type of situations that has been going on for so long. I know for a fact that, you know, one of the practices that used to happen is that when a person went to file for the patent, right, fill out the works and everything else, that they would not be allowed to go into the main buildings to go and file the patency for themselves. So what they would have to do, they would have to get somebody else, right? You know, possibly a white man, right, who would go in there and file the patents. But what they would do is file it in that white man's name. So therefore, they would reap the benefits of it. And then the main inventor would possibly get nothing. It is such a shame how things have turned out. It really is. And even now, we are still living in the same vein as what's happened years ago, right? With patenting, reaping the rewards of, because there are those massive, large companies that have basically taken the rewards of the labor of thousands of people. There are those who have literally taken their pensions and said, "Oh, sorry, but there's no pension for you, even after working 30 to 40 years, and there's no money there for you to actually see the last of your years through." Yes, there's been companies like that, and yet the owner will walk away with billions at their disposal, and yet there is nothing for the actual workers. Yeah. That's an actual fact of what's happened, and there's not only just one that's happened like that. You know, there are thousands that happens like that. Thousands of businesses every day that happens to. So don't just think that that's the only thing that's happened here. In our conversation yesterday, actually, let me just have a little break here, and then I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Okay, right. What have I got for you? There we go.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I know, yes, I know. If it's the greedy dog, what make you want it all? If it's the greedy dog, what make you want it all? You are rich and we are poor, yeah. So our needs are much more. Why don't you behave like a big man, a respected one? Instead, you're just like a criminal. You tell like today, I go be payday. I get trash and ready, nice and irie. You tell like tomorrow, which fills me with sorrow. Tomorrow never comes. Tomorrow never comes. If it's the greedy dog, what make you want it all? Greedy dog, what make you want it all? I won't be your tool for you to use no more. Enough of that I've had for sure, yeah. Encouragement sweetens my labor. That's why I just can't take your dog behavior. The youths them belly empty. I know you got plenty. Tomorrow never comes. Oh, tomorrow never comes. Yeah, man, Mr. Greedy Dog. What make you want it all? Hey, Mr. Greedy Dog. What make you want it all? You are rich and we are poor, yes. So our needs are much more. Why don't you behave like a big
Arraigned
man?
in a Nigerian court for having 86 wives, he was arrested after challenging.
Instead, you're just like a criminal. Oh, now you tell like tomorrow a payday. Yeah. I get trash and ready, feeling nice and irie. And then you tell like tomorrow, which just fills me with sorrow. Tomorrow never come. Tomorrow never come. Hey, Mr. Greedy Dog, what make you want it all? Hey, Mr. Greedy Dog, what make you want it all? Greedy Dog, what make you want it all?
That's it, Mr. Greedy Dog. Very appropriately as well, isn't it? Eh? The way how things are going right now, you can't deny that them lyrics there. You can't deny it right now. Cha. I tell you, my people, my family, I tell you, this thing is not an easy life, you know. But we keep on moving, innit? All right, let me see what we have here, so. What's going on here? Okay. Yes. Right. Let's continue this conversation. No, yesterday we had a very good open discussion yesterday in the group. A discussion amongst us. And I'm sure that the brothers wouldn't mind me sharing what we was talking about. Very poignant as well. It's how we coping right now. What's because we're here and we're thinking, wow, there's many of us who's gone through exactly a similar scenario years ago. Some of us gone through that, went or lived through in the seventies and early 80s, of where interest rate was so high here in the UK. And what was happening is that there was it literally people were just handing the keys to their properties back to the banks because they just could not afford to live in them at the rates that they were charging. Now, what was pointed out as well was that, even though we were going through that extremely difficult time years ago, somehow, some way we got through. Right? Somehow, some way we got through. Those who were able to, they were able to rent properties and things like this. But circumstances are changing by the day, even as we speak here, right? Changing by the day because you know eh, as much as what we would like our homes to be affordable for us to live in. The fact is that some of us won't be able to stay in the areas that we actually live or reside in now, mainly because obviously the cost of living, not only the cost of living, but the cost to stay living in your homes is going to rise astronomically. I was watching a program, Last Strong, and it just happened to be on the same time or overlapping the time of when the Fathers Group was on, and it was basically stating the potential increase that we're going to be facing. So since that program, which aired 2 weeks ago, right, there has been a further increase, and no doubt your creditors and everybody else will be jumping onto this increase of interest. You'll be all jumping onto it, and then all of a sudden, you're going to get an extremely a more higher bill. And the thing is that the income, your personal income, does not measure up to what your output is going to be coming out. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? I mean, I was having a conversation just even a few yesterday, and a person who had been out of the country for 6 months, 6 months, and then when they returned, they realized that their mortgage had increased by £700. Their mortgage had increased by £700, which is absolutely crazy, right? Because I'm talking about the average person here, right? Of course, there are some who could say, you know what, £700, okay, then I can cover that, whatever, right? Or might have to move a few things around, and I can handle an extra £700. There are going to be some who can do that, but I'm talking about those who are now on the brink of where they are with their bills, and then all of a sudden they've got to have another additional one bill of 700, and everyone else is proportional. So basically, they're probably looking about a good £1,000 extra a good £1,000 extra that is coming out of their wages, right? Or they got to find an extra £1,000 to pay. It's a madness. Yes, it is. It's a madness. It's a madness. But that is the reality of what so many of us are facing. That is the reality of what so many of us are facing right now. So when you think to yourself, why, you know, I just have to just tough it out. No. There's going to be a massive upheaval. Right? Although the government is trying to counteract it by subsidizing, you know, some people for a period of time, those period of times are coming to an end. And now the onus is on you to pay for what you're using, your utilization. Everybody's getting pressure, left, right, and center. Everyone is getting pressure from everywhere. Why are we still here? And this was one of the conversations that we was having yesterday as well. You know, that, you know, some of us have the opportunity, right? Some of us have the opportunity to actually leave out of Babylon. Some of us have made that or started that contingency plan to actually make our way out, right? There's a clip that I want to play, and I am going to play it this evening. Right? I played part of it this morning, but I want to play it in its entirety. Don't be caught in the mainstream flow of what's happening and get washed away. Please do not do that. Please do not do that. Get yourself and your family to a safe, high ground. Please do that. Right? If you're in a position to do that, do it now. If you can do it now. Please don't wait. Please don't wait. Because if you're going to wait, guess what's going to happen? You're going to suffer. You're going to suffer. I'm going to tell you now. You're going to suffer. And the thing is that although we can't see the end of this economical upheaval as it stands at the moment, as it stands at this moment, mainly because of the direction is so unpredictable, but yet there will be a day when we will turn back and say, well, this will pass as well. This time will go. It will fluctuate. It will go up and it will come down, and it will go up and come down. Right? Obviously, the government wants it to be in the positive, into the up and down, into the positive, but not necessarily, because if they do not have the support of the masses, or those who have been fooled into thinking that the government has their interest at heart, there's nothing that they can do. Nothing that they would do. If it doesn't benefit them, they're not interested. They're talking about getting people back to work. right? So what are they doing? They're subsidizing childcare. Childcare. Imagine that they have to subsidize childcare because they know that the wages that people are earning is insufficient enough for them to sustain having their own family. Can you imagine that? The childcare is so expensive that along with the living expenditure that some households could not afford this. Some households cannot afford it. So all these dreamers of large families. Oh, I've got to have 4 or 5 children. Yeah. I've got to live in a six bedroom house. Not that it doesn't happen. Not that it doesn't happen. Right? It does happen in some cases. It does happen, but in most cases, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Right? You know. So let's take a reality check here. Let's take a reality check because our people are under some serious pressure right now. And of course, when it comes to the choice and the pecking order, we're not exactly at the top of the pecking order in that way, are we? We're not at the top of the choice of the investment order. We're not the ones who get the access to the grants that are given out by the local authorities, are we? Then again, as it always has been, the ethos of many of us here is to do for self. This is the time to develop that, actually, to do for self, coming together, working together, and ensuring that we are moving in the right direction. This is why our reparatory program should be in developing our independence. Developing our independence not only as an individual, but as a community, as a global network. We need to do this. Our independence is a vital life source for us. This is our lifeboat. This is our lifeboat. If we don't, guess what's going to happen? Yes, you're going to get whipped. You're going to get swept away in the tide of time. You're going to get swept away.
Let the wicked run, there be a judgment day. Don't you listen to the words they've got to say. Workers of iniquity shall fade away, and they will be running on the judgment day. Somebody is watching you, and he loves the good you do. Don't you hate your brother cause it ain't so smart. Give him brother loving cause it's in your heart. Sin a man will go to hell so you take it. Don't you join with them or you are gonna be. Do the best thing that you can, and you will be a better man. is watching you, and He loves the good you do. Let the wicked roam, there'll be a judgment day. Don't you listen to the words they've got to say. Workers of iniquity shall fade away, and they will be running on the judgment day. Do the best thing that you can, and you will be a better man. Say no man are gonna run, say no man are gonna burn, say no man are gonna run, say no man are gonna run, say no man are gonna run. Jaja love the weak and the strong, man. Oh, he loves everyone. Jaja love, holy in a Zion land. Jaja love, holy in a Israel land. Humble yourself and kind, yeah. Cause the way of Jaja is rocky and steep. So I just said that the company you keep. Jaja love, holy in a Zion land. Naughty love, always in a African land. Teach the youth the truth. Teach them to love each other. Remember you're written down. Mankind have to know themselves. Jaja love, holy in a Zion land. Naughty love, Jaja love, always in a African land. No matter what the race, color or class you may be, Jaja love everyone. Yeah, oh Lord, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Be careful how you look your meals, young man, and please don't steal. For the truth in the Holy Bible, each reader can see the seals. Holy, yeah, in a Zion land. Holy, my friend in a African land. Gotta love, naughty love in a African land. Gotta love, naughty always love the African land. Holy, holy, humble yourself and kind. Humble yourself and kind. You got to stand firm in this time. Oh, please don't turn to pride. Spend the rest of your life behind bars. Not your love, a free soldier in the army. Not your love, a free officer in the army. Gotta love always.
Is that gonna stand for dominate? Is that gonna stand for dominate? I will say I'm a good parent who loves you. But I will say I'm a good parent to guide over you. There will be no mumbling, cause I will take good care of you. 'cause it's been a long time. I had to appear on you. Now the time has come that I'm right there with you. And that's gonna stand for Dormy Day. And that's gonna stand for Dormy Day. There will be no mumbling in the ground, 'cause I will take good care of you. It's been a long time, I had to appear on you. Now the time has come that I'm right there with you. And that's gonna stand for Dormy Day. And that's gonna stand for Dormy Day. And that's gonna stand for Dormy Day.
All right. Question asked. What's going to happen to those who don't know, who don't have the means? All right, let me just deal with this question here, right? So what's happening? How the question go again? Question unknown is fun, yeah. Oop. Hold on. Let me see now. Yes. So what happened to those you don't have the means to find means or funds, yeah, to leave out of Babylon, right? Well, we start again somewhere in it. We start again. There are those who are going to be put into that position there. And I will say there are those who wish to. If you feel that you want to leave out of this, right, you can apply for a monies to leave out of here, right? Now, I'm not too sure how it actually works, but there is some funding that you could get. And remember, there's a lot of the places that we are saying that you could go to, right? And there are places around the world that are looking for people to become citizens of them, citizens of their places, right? So if you want to go and specifically go to live in a certain area, it may be on their listing, because there's a lot of places that are now in a position that they're needing new people to come into their area, into their countries, right? If you have a skill, you may not have the funds, but you may have the skills to maintain, to build, and to teach others. You may have the skills there. The what do you call it? Experience of a skills that is necessary as well, right? So don't feel that because you haven't got financially a good foundation there, that this is going to be one of those things that will hold you back, right? Don't feel that, because there are so many opportunities for you to actually go and find a way of how you possibly could start a new life for yourself. Not only necessarily just for yourself, but you could start a new life for your family as well. Give them the opportunity to say, come, let's go and see what we can do here. They probably will thrive because they are finding new challenges as well. So please don't feel that, oh, well, boy, I haven't got like 50 grand or 100 grand to go and start up a new life. There was one there. There was one I was seeing last strong, and there was a couple. They sold up everything. They were struggling in America, and they ended up going to. I'm sure it was the Gambia. And they were able to actually purchase some land, and all they came there with, and this is what they had between them. They had just $5,000, and they got that by selling their vehicle. They sold their vehicle, and they had $5,000. Right? So please don't feel that you need a lavish amount. You just need an amount to get started, and then see how you can do or be contributory to building yourself up in other places as well. Greetings, my brother. Greetings.
Mahotep, how are you?
I'm doing okay. Let me just balance this out a bit better. Okay, I got you. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, I mean, just to sort of mention what you just said, we, black people need to start planning to leave this country, because we that think deeply and understand the society, right, and understand the enemy's agenda. We can see what's coming, right? And there's no room for black people in this country anymore. Your time of servitude is done.
Say that again. Say that last piece again, please.
Your time of servitude has done.
Servitude, that's it. Yeah, man.
But they brought us here to be servants. Our parents here and our grandparents here to be servants.
Yeah.
Yeah? And this country has never accepted us, never will accept us, and everything we do, they rubbish and hide it. Now, they're using Asians to overtake us now. I don't know about London, right, but in Nottingham, since I come up from Ghana, right, I've seen a noticed increase in Asian people living in Nottingham. It wasn't like that before I left to go to Ghana first time round, right? There's just something back from Ghana 9 years ago now, yeah? I see visibly in Nottingham the increase of Asian people. And they're not all IT people, man. These people are working in factories, they're working as bus drivers, they're working as health workers, etc. Right? So it's not by design that in the last 5 years you've had Asian Home Secretaries, and now for the last 6 months, right, or near to a year, you've had the Asian Prime Minister. You don't think that this immigration by Asians into this country is by design?
Well, the thing is that they've let's put it this way. When they what's his name, Boris was in, right? They were the main foundation and spokespeople and representatives of Boris. Yeah. By de facto. He put those individuals in the space in line to take the blows and the criticisms around him, right? Now that he has been demised or thrown out, right? It's the same people who are there. So therefore, the same mess that was happening previously is going to be continuing because they're the ones that were speaking it into action anyway, right? So don't be surprised when you see things like that, right? Or what you're talking about, right? And remember, is that the Asians, the Chinese, they play the long game. They play the long game, right? Unfortunately, us as African descendants and Africans, we're playing the get rich and meism game. Yeah, right. I'm all right. Don't worry about you. I'm living my life good, and I'm okay. Yeah.
You think you're okay?
Huh?
You think okay?
Yeah. We think that's just it. That's just it. It's a falsification, right? Hold on. I just want to just thingy answer this question. Right. There's a
I'm living my life.
Right. Hold on. There's another question or a follow-up question to what I was talking about earlier on about getting a sum of monies. Now there is a sum of monies that are available, right? And as this person has probably looked up online through the government website, saying that they are more orientated towards New Zealand and Australia, right? Because of the population decrease there, right? But there are other places that you can actually apply for. So basically, you would state your destination and see what the monies would be.
The line's breaking up, Brother Aston. The line's breaking up.
The line's breaking up?
Yeah, man. It's okay now, yeah.
Okay, then. Right. No, I think it was the other person that I've just added to the call.
Oh.
All right, Brother Akram. And what I'm saying is that, you know, look into what in whatever way you can benefit from these things. Yeah. Right. So if there's the opportunity that you can say, you know what, I've had enough of this now, which many of us have, right? But we're just not taking up the opportunity to actually say, you know what, I've had enough, I'm out. Right? And they're waiting for that, you know, that miracle 6 number figures to come through so that they can step out. Say again?
It could be you.
Exactly. You know? So
but the thing about right? This vaccine has killed a lot of black people, right?
Yeah.
So just the other day, the footballer that just died, Chris Buck Williams.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
The footballer.
He's based in Nottingham Forest, right? Back in the late 90s.
Yeah.
I used to see him down, right? When we could be in Nottingham in the 90s. Yeah. Nice boy, right? But he took the vaccine in America, and now look, he's dead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Look at the other day, you know, Shaka Hislop, footballer.
Mm-hmm.
That's the vaccine. Right? So this vaccine is taken, and we know a lot of people took it. On the cover, they took it, man.
Right? Yeah. Well, the thing is, at the moment, I'm just talking this evening about what we're facing as the community, right?
Yeah.
Financially, right? I know what you're. I do appreciate what you're saying, but you know, we're sort of like staying on to that track there. Let's allow Brother Akram to come in to the conversation. Greetings, Brother Akram.
Yeah, grand rising, brother, and greetings to you again. You remind me of another another buyer, very hard working, and you know, on the station that he's on sometimes, you know, he's on 3-4 times a day, you know, and that's good. I mean, you know, it's good to be to be very hardworking. It's very, very important indeed. You know, as I said, with our financial situation, as we're speaking out, right, the collective. I mean, I don't think we realize the power and the potential that we have. You know,
you see,
in order to go forward. And the fact is, you're talking about the Asians and so forth, and also the opportunities that they grab. Because right now, you know, the fact is that we pay our taxes. We're in this country, right? And the same opportunities that's there for the white man is there for you, but you have to know how to go and get it.
Exactly.
Right? And the same because the Indians and them, they do a very good job of getting it.
Yeah.
And so the Arabs and other people, they do a very good job of getting what is there. I mean, they're saying, well, we're here, and of course, I mean, the government have opportunities, and they put themselves in the position to get those opportunities. And when we because as I say, we're part of the Corp UK, you know what I mean, we're members of the Corp UK. And these people came all the way up from Bournemouth, right, to our office in Enfield. And they were advising us on things like that. And, you know, they're discussing things with us. And one of the things that, because they realized that we don't have a very strong team of people together. And they were pointing out to us the opportunities that's there for us, properties, land, you know, and all of these things. They're there for us. But as they say, we need to be structured in order to benefit from having those things. And we don't seem to realize all of these things. But if we're going to be here, we might as well make the most of it. Okay, for those who wish to be here. As brother said, there's not a lot of us who intends to leave. But if you don't intend to leave, I mean, do you think just by breathing yourself out is the answer? No. Try to get what the you know, what is there for us, and you know, so we can have, because you're paying your taxes. And what are you paying your taxes for?
Yeah,
you know,
and we have to look into where and how we can actually benefit and make it work for us.
But we don't think of that, Bavaston. We don't think long term. We're too short-sighted in our thinking. We're too narrow-minded in our thinking. And like Brother Akram said, right, all the young people want to do, right, both young black boys, young black girls, is to breed themselves out. Not into nation building. Not into nation building. Let alone, you know, trying to, you know, thinking that they need to repatriate out of this country because they've been conditioned by the fooding system that this country is a be or end all. Right? And this country is not an environment for black people, particularly if you're a black person over 50, right? Really and truly, right, you shouldn't be here. Because this environment is not good. Your bones, your joints, your lack of vitamin D, you know what I mean? We shouldn't be here. You know what I mean? And the healthcare is poor in this country, healthcare. As I said before, look at our women.
Well,
7 times
that they've been attacking that. Well, this political party has been attacking it for years anyway. And so therefore, I wouldn't even look for anything for them. Go ahead.
Yeah,
go ahead, brother.
Upton, you know that I don't know if you remember when Powell was having the issues with. I mean, although he's the one who went down to
the Caribbean,
to initiate to bring us here. But then he was talking about the rivers of blood and so forth, and you know that there's going to be a problem and things like that. And I don't know if you remember the Burnham, who was the president of Guyana at the time. He said, "Okay, fine, you know, no problem. If you don't want them there, just give them money and send them here." Because Guyana, I mean, as I said when I was a child, Guyana, which is the size of England. You see, this is where we're not getting it, right? Guyana, which is the size of England, has a population of just over 1 million people.
Wow.
Right? Jamaica, the size of England, you know. Jamaica has got more people in it than Guyana. Now the population is only about 700,000, not even 1 million. You understand me, right? You see? And he said, look, just give them money and send them here. We have enough land and so forth. You know, I mean, we have enough here to think, because basically, I mean, we think sometimes that the population of Guyana is blacks, but we're only about 30% of blacks in Guyana. The rest are Indians and Chinese, right? The population, same as Trinidad, the population of Indians in Trinidad is larger than that of the black.
Yeah.
You understand? You know? Yeah. So what I'm saying to you is 30% of the people, and I'm saying, because I went there because before I used to go there, you know, back in the early 80s, because my best friend was from there. And I actually wanted to move there because I see, same like I see in Africa, opportunities upon opportunity, right? And, you know, but as I said later, I met my wife who's from Africa, and that's how I end up in Africa. But what I'm saying is that opportunities, and what I come to realize in Guyana, right, with us, and I'm telling you, I cried tears for our black people. I'm telling you, I cried tears in Guyana when I see the state of our people, right? A land that is so wealthy and rich. What does our black people do? It has gold, it has diamonds and all of these things. I mean, you'd hardly see a Guyanese without gold in his teeth or somewhere around his neck. You understand me? They have very good gold. And what happens is that the black men, they go into the interior, spend 2-3 months out there, right? And taking up gold. But when they come to town with the gold, who is there to receive the gold? The Indians, the Asians, right? The Asians. They're the ones who's going to be receiving the gold. And, of course, they don't want you to keep that money either. So what they do, they know, wait a minute, you've been in the jungle for 3 months, you now need entertainment. So they set up the entertainment center, they set up the Shavim, right? And put their daughters in there.
As well.
Now,
right. Listen, hold on, my brother. Listen, my brother. I'm gonna have to cut it now because I'm in the last minute of my program here, right? Again, you come late in the program and start talking things, right? And yeah, listen, I'm going to say thank you for both of you for joining me today on the Black Father Support Group show, right? And if you wish to, and I do invite you to come and have a conversation tomorrow. I'll be on tomorrow as well, right? So
in the morning or the night?
In the morning from 11 a.m., right? Okay, to 3 p.m. Okay, so you're both more than welcome to come and join me on that program there to discuss and to bring this subject into light. Because in the same vein, I shall be bringing this topic to conversation again, right? Because I feel that we have to push and have a stronger conversation around this our reparations as well. Okay, so. Thank you once again. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you also. Thank you. Right.
Okay then. Right then. And so see you on the risings of tomorrow after our brother Ayo, right? Who will be there? Okay. So greetings. So have a good
King Rasta come now soon. Him come with thunder and lightning to clear the way. The world will come and blow them away. Keep cool. King Rasta come now soon. Rasta say to keep cool, Babylon, you don't know what you think. Rasta say to keep cool, Babylon, you don't know what to say. I say to keep cool, Babylon, you don't know what to say. Rasta come now soon. Him come with thunder and lightning to clear the way. The world will come and blow them away. come now soon. King Rasta come now soon. King Rasta come now soon. King Rasta come now soon. In a man's
That's gonna stand for dominate. And that's gonna stand for dominate. I'm a cool parent, love for you. But I will stand. I'm a cool parent to guide over you. There will be no mumbling in cause I will take good care of you. Cause it's been a long time I had to take care of you. Now the time has come that I'm right there with you. And that's gonna stand for dominate. And that's gonna stand for dominate. There will be no mumbling and grumbling, cause I will take good care of you. It's been a long time I hadn't took care of you. Now the time has come that I'm right there with you. And that's gonna stand for dominate. And that's gonna stand for dominate. And that's gonna stand for dominate. I don't even know how to hold your hand just to make you understand. But I'm ready, yes, I'm ready to hold your hand, make you understand. To hold your hand, thank you, baby. I wanna hold your hand, yes, child. I don't even know how to kiss your lips at the moment like this. But I wanna know how to do all the things you want me to do. So I'm ready to learn. Yes, I'm ready to fall in love, to fall in love, to fall in love. I'll make you, baby, ready to learn. Ain't no teaching, ready to learn. Ready to learn. I won't let my days ready to learn. Ready to